was a kid.
I still am to some degree.
Aliens made me sleep with my light on from the age of 12 to probably the age of 14 because I was convinced I was going to be taken away. It didn't help.
Was this when you lived in Alaska?
This is when I lived in Alaska.
I don't blame you.
I lived in the country in the wintertime when it was dark most of the year, and I was convinced that I was good.
It was imminent.
Because my parents were, I wouldn't say they were workaholics, but they worked their asses off. So they worked like 14-hour days, and I barely ever saw them. I'd come home from school, and it would just be me and my sister and my brother in this big house. I don't think my sister gave a shit. Maybe she was afraid of other things.
Aliens?
I was terrified of aliens, and it didn't help that I watched a documentary.
Or Fire in the Sky.
And Fire in the Sky.
That fucking movie, dude.
Fire in the Sky is a horrible movie.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen signs, and that's kind of scary.
No, I mean horrible in a sense where, like, if you
don't watch it if you're going to sleep.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrifying movie. And there's another movie with Christopher Walken called Communion. And it's a little corny and it's really cryptic, but there's some scenes in that movie that fucking terrify you. But I saw this lost home footage video called the McPherson Abduction. I don't know if you ever saw that. If you watched it now, it would be completely laughable. But when I was a kid, the McPherson Abduction video, it was like it was a fake documentary, right?
Okay.
Where like people were like, yeah, we don't know what happened to these people, and they show another clip of the footage or whatever, and it was just like aliens kind of sequentially stealing members. And I thought that I was doomed, man. I had to like convince myself as I was sleeping, like nobody's gonna come.
Yeah, but why would they just
to this place?
Abduct you of all people? Why would they say?
Because he's in the middle of Alaska.
Yeah, but that was one of the things that, you know, like how people say, like, do you believe in like reincarnation? It's like, yeah, I'd be reincarnated. It's Ben Franklin.
Yeah,
and it's like,
you'd be a fucking little Chinese girl who was a slave in 1200.
Yeah, like, why does everybody assume that reincarnation? There's not enough famous people to go around.
Elvis Presley. It's like,
there's this guy who's legitimately convinced right now to this day that he's the reincarnation of John Lennon, and he writes this shitty fucking music. And like, yeah, this guy was alive before John Lennon died. So like, it makes like no fucking sense.
I used to be paranoid that my whole family was gonna die. Just generally, so I prayed before I went to bed. Every night I prayed to God, I would literally say, God, please let my family live until tomorrow. I named every single person in my immediate family and my secondary family. All my cousins, aunts, uncles, I'd be like, please don't kill them.
Do you ever feel guilty because you left somebody out?
What do you mean? Like left them out of the house?
No, you left somebody out of your prayers.
Oh, I did. I was like, oh, fuck, yeah.
What if they died? Would that make you believe in God?
If I was like 12 or 13 and I did that, I left somebody out and they died, I would...
laughing out Uncle Jack or something.
Or if I get hit by a car, I would probably still be religious to this day if that happened. That probably would have traumatized me.
God's like, hey, well, fuck you, Zach.
Yeah, that'll teach you next time.
You're like, Uncle Jack, fuck you.
I'm trying to think of something that terrified me as a kid. That actually terrified me. Yeah, I mean, the regular stuff. Ghosts, I remember...
I've never been afraid of ghosts. I always thought that if a ghost...
That guy saw like demons, like a demon, like a scary ghost.
Demons are fucking cool. If you were walking in my room with horns, and it's like I'm a demon, I'd be like, dude, really with your fucking horns, asshole? Fuck off.
I guess I've always been more paranoid about like realistic things, like somebody breaking into the house and fucking like cutting my throat or something.
Or like home invasion. Like everyone's always afraid of aliens, but nobody ever thinks about home invasions.
I'm still to this day terrified of home invasions.
No, when I woke up one day, there was a guy in my house, and he ran away. Like, I swear to God, I got home invaded one day. And when he was looking at me, you know, like a deer in the headlights. And I woke up and I just looked at him. I was like, and then he just ran out the door, and he didn't steal anything.
When was this?
About 7 years ago.
That I would have never been able to see.
Maybe he was going back to his old friend's house then.
Well, he looked like he was wearing a cat burglar outfit.
But he had like white stripes.
Yeah, he was wearing like all black and shit. But ghost story, when I was 8, this is actually true, I swear to God. I woke up and I felt someone beside me. And like, I don't believe in ghosts, but like this one would fucking scared me. There was someone beside me, and I thought it was like my little sister or something. And I got up and I saw it was like a boy, and I was like, what the fuck? I don't have any brothers. And then it like walked towards me and disappeared into a blue light. And then I ran into my parents' room because I was scared shitless, as I would be. And then I woke up in that room, so I knew it was real. And that actually did happen. I guess it was sleep paralysis or some shit, but that really did happen. That fucking scared me for about 10 years.
I remember when I was probably 13 or 14 or something like that, I was with my cousin, and we were upstairs in our room listening to, like, we were playing games. It was like 12 o'clock at night. And this is my recollection of it. I don't know how reliable this is, but we were like, downstairs we heard people talking. We were like, what the fuck? All three of us heard people talking. What the hell's going on? It was like a group of people talking. We went downstairs and we like, to my recollection, I saw a group of like it's like semi-transparent people playing poker at my kitchen table. I was like, what the fuck? This is definitely, I remember, this is definitely didn't happen. Like, I definitely misidentified something, and then I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? And I went down, my cousin saw it too.
Yeah.
And we told my parents, and they were like, you're fucking lying. And I went downstairs, and there was nobody there.
And then your dad beat your ass.
He beat my ass for coming a liar, yeah.
Zach, you told me I was fucking crazy for seeing a spaceship.
No, I didn't say.
That's true. That's true.
Here's what I said. I said you saw what you saw, but it was not a space alien. I saw what I saw, but I didn't see ghosts.
You saw ghosts.
I didn't see ghosts. Period. Ghosts.
Zach, you told me a funny story once where you said that you were in a mansion and fucking a chair chased you down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, no. It's amazing whenever you recount my stories, they're so far off. I was in a mansion and a chair chased me down the stairs. Here's what really happened. I was at my grandma's house, and this is way after I stopped, believing or being spiritual. I was probably 16, 17. I went to my grandparents' house, and we'll be right there, 5 minutes, just stay in the house. And I went in there, broad daylight, went in their house, sat in the living room. They have a bunch of modern furniture, and I saw, one of their rocking chairs started going back and forth slowly. I was like, what the fuck? I got put back a little bit. I was like, what? I'm completely alone in the house. This rocking chair starts going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then it starts getting really severe. Then I hear a bang, bang, bang. Then I hear footsteps. I shit my pants and run outside. And I waited in the driveway. I was like, well, I'm not going the fuck back in there. I went back in. Nobody was in the house. And that house has a lot of weird stuff that happens in that place. My dad stayed there one time with his girlfriend who was visiting, and they were staying in the guest bedrooms, and my dad saw a huge black lump next to his bed, and it rose up, it went around it circled around the bed and sunk down. And my dad tapped his girlfriend on the shoulder and said, what the fuck is that? He pointed at it, and she saw it too. And it was clearly walking around. It was 3 or 4 feet off the ground, walking around the bed. They freaked out, turned the light on, disappeared to them. And also, there's one room in that house where whoever sleeps in it, everybody who slept in that room has confirmed, whenever you sleep in that room, you fan it or you dream about killing people, going crazy and killing people that you know. It happened to me. I stayed in that room, and I had a dream that I fucking killed everybody. Very strange. And I'm not superstitious at all, but that rocking chair story, that happened to me, and it scared the fuck out of me. I think that was the last thing that happened where I was like, okay, there could be... Oh, last story. I was with my brother one time, home alone, and we were talking, and I said something kind of anti-religious as a joke. Like, fuck God, he's a fag, what does he know? Like, a minute later, my brother went back in his room, and the fucking cross in the living room, which was nailed up, flipped upside down, the perfectly upside down. And I freaked out, dude. I was like, oh my God. It scared the hell out of me.
Hey, do you remember when you stayed in Ireland?
Why would God do petty shit like that?
It just scared the fuck out of me. It worked. I mean, I pissed my pants.
Do you remember what happened when you stayed in Ireland with me, Zach?
Yes. You would like to tell the story? You want to tell the story, Chris?
It was Zach. He stayed in my little flat. Right?
Yes.
Remember Zach?
Yes, I was there.
Do you remember?
I was there.
Anyways, he was staying with me in Ireland, and he had his smelly bitch girlfriend staying too. They both stayed in the guest room.
That's me.
I stayed in the guest room, and this is what happened. I go to bed, I wake up, walk into my kitchen, there's ketchup all over the roof. It exploded into the press, and I was like, Zach, you were a fucking asshole. Why did you do this? And Zach came out of bed with his little moaning one. He's like, what happened here? And I'm like, where did this come from? There's ketchup all over the roof.
Basically what happened
It was
is...
all over the walls. It was all over the floor, and it looked like it had exploded.
Do you
from
still have the
inside.
picture, Chris? Do you still have the
I
picture?
still have the picture.
Okay, there's a picture of that, but I lived in that apartment, and there was a ghost. And Chris doesn't believe me, but it was a little girl, and she lived in the fucking...
fuck off with your cliche.
No, because dude, I heard her laughing. I know little girl is a cliche, but it doesn't take away
Why
from
would
the
you
fact.
ever be scared of a little girl ghost?
I didn't write this. This what
Come
happened.
on, Niall.
It's not something that you write down. It happened to be a little girl.
It's your holy subconscious protecting a little girl to fuck you up.
No, it's not. I'm not attracted to little girls. But it was a little
Not
girl.
anymore, thanks to the treatment.
No, I'm attracted to little boys, but still, it was in the fucking cupboard, right? Cupboard.
The little girl was?
Do you guys say cupboard?
They say
Cabinet.
Cabinet.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So it was in the little cabinet, right, under the sink, and that's happened to be where near the ketchup. So that's like a clue. And watch
She was laughing inside.
No. One day I heard her giggling one night, and another night, Chris was on his computer, and there was a clock that we never fucking used.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And the clock was behind the microwave, right?
Yeah.
And then for some reason the clock was on the fucking wall that night, and it was working, and it was at the right time, and I was like, oh weird, Chris must have put the clock on the wall, but it had this ticking noise, and I knew
Chris would never do that.
and I was like, wait, Chris wouldn't like a ticking noise, but I didn't
like-
think about it. And then the next morning I woke up and the clock was on the sofa and the batteries were out, like as Chris would do if there was a ticking noise in the room. And I go, Chris, why did you like assemble a clock and put it back in one
take
night?
it apart.
Yeah, and take it apart. And he was like, I'm sorry, the ticking was annoying me. And I was like, why are you sorry? I didn't put it up there. And then he was like, I didn't put it up there. And we're the only two people that live there. Literally the only two people in the house.
was a scary ghost.
Yeah, like it was okay. Yeah, but how?
Here's
It was at the right time. It was set to the right time.
that is good. But then, whenever I hear these stories, I think, if you surpass death, why would you go to a fucking Irish apartment,
Yeah.
put batteries in a clock, time it, and put it on the wall, just do it like Chris?
Look, I agree.
I
It
would
makes-
do way better stuff in the afterlife.
I agree. It makes no sense, but that's something that happened.
Like,
Maybe-
even my story, it's like, if I survive the afterlife, why would I rock a fucking chair back and forth
Yeah,
to scare
This is
somebody?
fucking funny.
yeah, I would do it if it was.
If
If
you
he
were a
had it.
ghost, you'd be bored out of your mind.
Here's something that I can't explain. This is one of the most fucked up things that's ever happened to me, okay?
Yeah.
Close to when I first moved up to this area, right?
Yeah.
Kind of next to the place we live in now, right? I moved into a brand new apartment, brand new in every respect. It was built brand new, and Jeff lived right next door, and he lived in a brand new apartment. It was just like newly constructed, right? When I first moved in there, I didn't have anything. I had my clothes, and I had an air mattress. And I'm in the bedroom. It's a one-bedroom apartment with a living room out front and a kitchen. It's essentially kind of a studio that has like a second.
I get you, yeah.
So I go into my bedroom, and this is kind of in my I'm fucking afraid of the dark phase, because I was still afraid of the dark. Well, now I don't care anymore because I'm a fucking alcoholic and my life is in shambles. But back
Yes,
then I actually
yes.
valued my life. So I leave my bedroom light on, and it's got a dimmer switch. So I put it like halfway down so the lights are kind of halfway dimmed, and I get into bed, and then the only thing, I'm serious, the only thing I remember is a girl opens my closet door, doesn't creep it open, she comes out of my closet door completely naked with this long black hair that comes down to her waist, out of my closet, walks over to the foot of my bed, sits down on my bed, and then she turns around and looks at me. She doesn't have a face. Her face is blank. There's no eyes, no nose. It's just a blank canvas, and she's staring at me like this.
How could she be staring if she had no eyes?
Her head was
Her face is pointing
fixated.
at me, asshole. So she's clearly looking at me some way.
Her head is fixated in your direction.
And I'm not screaming, I'm not upset, I'm like trying to understand what I'm looking at, because she's like, me and her are like locking faces, and I don't really get what's going on. It's not terrifying at all.
It's puzzling.
And it's in the same exact room that I was in, the same ambience and all that, the lights and the bed and the everything. It was like
I think.
I don't even know who this person was. She came out and she looked at me and left, and that was it.
Was your little heart pounding crazy like crazy?
I waited for the sun to rise after that. I'm fucking like 25 years old, 26 years old.
You couldn't sleep.
And I was sitting there holding my blankets like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude,
Because that happened. Granted, it didn't happen. It's not, you
it
know.
could have been sleep paralysis or lucid dreaming.
But, yeah, I mean, obviously in the real world, I would have stood up and screamed my shit my pants, but like, so I was clearly dreaming, but it was like, but was I?
Yeah, because you wake up and you're the exact same setting.
The exact same setting, the
Yeah.
exact same lights, the exact same everything. And again, like, I didn't put enough emphasis on this, but when she sat at the foot of my bed, when I woke up, I swore, because it was an air mattress.
Yeah.
Like I said,
felt it
and then
lift
I felt just shit lifting like this. So I don't know if like my feet were in a weird position where I like deflated.
It's one of those things where it's like, is your brain trying to figure out what the sensation is first, or, you know what I mean? Because if I walk up and slap you in the chest, and you're going to dream that you get shot in the chest, like your brain's going to figure out a way.
Yeah, I mean, I know I said explain this, but I mean, there's clearly like a lot of
Explanation, but
explanation
still, it's
for it.
spooky
Yeah,
as
'cause
fuck.
all this stuff
If that
happens
happened to
when you're in
me,
bed.
But it was like so coincidental and fucking.
if that happened to me, I probably couldn't sleep that night.
I'll never forget that.
But
Shit.
like that could have happened to me too, though. The exact same situation. Same room though, and this isn't the one with the airplane either. This was a separate time when I was in my flat, and I was going through sleep paralysis. But this time I had already gone through sleep paralysis, so I was like, I know exactly what's happening. Just don't imagine anything scary. Just fucking don't. And then this fucking thing materialized at the end of my bed, and it was like this big, tall, black. It was like, it had a little tiny
Man.
No, it wasn't a big black man. It was this big black mass, right? And it had these 4 big long things going down to the floor, so I assume like big long arms and big long legs, and had this tiny little white face, right? And it was fucking scary, and I was like, oh my god.
Like a little doll mask?
Yeah, it was just
like those
terrifying.
Spirited
Right?
Away
It started leaning towards me, and I was like, this is fucking, oh my god.
Can't you close your
That's the
eyes?
thing, if you close your eyes, you're still dreaming. It doesn't make a difference. So you just gotta sit there and wait for it to wear off. But anyway,
But if you close your eyes, does it like make it a little bit different?
well, I could, but I didn't. Like, if you're gonna close your eyes, if you could. If in my head, it's like if I close my eyes, I'm gonna see the fucking Exorcist girl in my dreams or something. So I was just.
I'm so fucking neurotic and like paranoid that my brain would do something way worse. Like
Yeah.
I'd pick the worst parts of my brain.
That's what
and
happened to
feel-
me
That's
with the
what I'm
Exorcist girl.
saying. But right, and it started leaning towards me, and then it just fucking. Then I was able to sit up, and I was like, it's gone, cool. But yeah, and then afterwards, I like typed in what it was to Google, and it was so weird. Well, no, I told Sean what it was, and he told me that it was like the common symbol for God or something. I was like, that's fucking,
God rest his soul,
it
Sean.
was fucking weird.
But,
I had a really scary dream a couple nights ago because it was super realistic.
yeah, but what was it?
Oh, yeah, so I've been like for
Yeah,
back.
you actually have to tell people
Yeah.
after you see it.
Anyways, no, but I've been like watching for background noise like Cold War stuff and World War II stuff because it's good to listen to. And I watched a movie called Threads. It's a
the
British movie.
Yeah, the nuclear war one.
Yeah, it's a nuclear war movie. It's
I
super.
saw that, and it had a good score, right?
It's a really good movie. So is The Day After. That's basically the American version, quote unquote, but it's pretty different. But anyways, a couple of nights ago, I had a dream. We were going to Wendy's. Chris and I think you, Stamp, or somebody else, the third person, and because I've also been keeping up with the news.
Wait, let me stop you.
Yeah.
Wendy's is fucking good.
Wendy's is delicious.
Wendy's, did you ever have the Baconator, double Baconator?
Yes.
Oh my fucking lordy, the
They're very
trouble
good.
so high. That is shit is the best.
Very good.
And also chicken Asiago.
Yeah, that's good
That's
too.
also really
Oh
good.
my lord.
I used to get the regular cheeseburger. It's pretty good.
They got
far-
those junior bacon cheeseburgers. Yes, sir.
As far as fast food goes,
Fries?
yeah, the fries
Can't
are
beat
like
'em.
McDonald's. They look like McDonald's fries, but they taste
They're
like
better.
fucking-
So
oh,
much-
yeah.
This podcast brought to you by Wendy's.
It's not. It's not.
Eat burgers. You
Yeah,
ugly.
but anyway, the other day,
Fat shit.
I think I have mild schizophrenia
Can I
because
finish the thing so nobody gets upset?
Yeah.
I was just really sure it's not that scary, but it is scary to me. Anyways, I know you probably keep up with world news, but I read a headline and it wasn't even bad, but it just played a part, like it all clicked together. Because in the movie Threads, the thing that starts nuclear war in Threads, it's like the Soviet Union invades Iran or something, and then we invade Iran. And what's happening in real life is NATO right now is in Ukraine in the western side doing.
Oh my God, you're boring the shit out of
It's
me.
really short. It's really short. Basically, there's a country called Ukraine, and in the west there's
I know
NATO,
that.
and in the east right now Russia's there. And I had a dream they started shooting at each other, and we were on the way to Wendy's. I heard this on the radio, and a huge fucking mushroom cloud came up, and I was like,
I have loads.
and I turned around. And I came to the house, and I came here first to grab the water jugs, and I was like in the fucking basement. And I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I was like, "Welp!" And I stayed up for like 4 hours and I couldn't sleep. It was super. The way it was played out was super realistic.
I have loads of nuclear war dreams.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
I've had a lot of nuclear.
Yeah, it's like you see a
I've
mushroom
never
cloud.
had a nuclear war.
Dude, it is
It's a
the
mushroom
most.
cloud and it comes towards you and then you wake up.
No, it was like, here's what happened. It was like,
Terminator too.
there was a massive nuclear mushroom cloud in the distance. I was like, holy fuck. And what happened way in the distance over there, I was like, holy fuck. And what happened really close to me, and I like got down to the car, and a poop came down my leg. I woke up and there was poop over my leg.
Oh, yeah. Do you ever have a dream where you're pissing at a urinal and you wake up with piss all on you?
I did.
I always do. I always have those. Not lately.
I
they stopped
pissed
when I was
the
like
bed.
19 years old. I'm 23.
I remember pissing the bed when I was a kid, but sadly I remember pissing
Me
the
too.
bed twice when I was 18, and then once when I was like
Oh my god,
24.
she's gonna fucking kill me now. But the first day I stayed in my girlfriend's house, the first night I stayed in my girlfriend's house, I was like, oh yeah. So she let me stay in the spare bed. Then I pissed the bed a little bit, just a little bit. I woke up before the fucking stream came fucking flowing, and then I ran to the bathroom, and I somehow covered it up. I can't remember. I threw them in the. I managed to wash the sheets and dry them before anyone woke up. But anyway, what I was gonna say is I think I have mild schizophrenia because sometimes I always see these people at the side of my fucking eyes, and when I look, they're gone. And I told Zach about this, and he told me to ask Stamper about the shadow people. So Stamper, what the fuck are the shadow people?
That's where your story was going?
Yeah, what the fuck? You went from peeing the that's such a corny story.
Segway retard.
I didn't even mean to segue.
Corny, you corny.
Wait, I'll tell you my pee story. The last time I remember pissing the bed was like a couple of years ago. I had this dream. Granted, I went to bed with a lot of beer and water in my system.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
So, but I started dreaming that I was in this bathroom, and I went into the men's bathroom, and I was looking for the urinal, and I was like, okay, so I guess I pissed in that thing. And I thought it was like a futuristic bathroom where you pee in these slots or whatever, and they take your pee and then whisk it off to land long forgotten or something like that. And then I started peeing into this thing, and then it started smoking and popping, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm pissing in the radiator where,
Oh, of course, it happens all the time.
Oh my god.
And then I pinched my dick shut and then ran over to the real urinal, which was another fucking weird contraption in the wall. And then when I started pissing in that thing, I pissed the bed.
Oh.
And then I woke up and had to pinch my dick shut again.
Oh
and
man,
go to the real
just
bathroom.
squeeze it and then like run.
Fucking fill it with like a little water balloon.
Yeah, like fucking hot water balloon.
I don't have foreskin, so my dick doesn't.
Oh, I do. I have.
Sorry you got mutilated at birth. Anyways.
So it's a
Sorry,
huge fucking
dude.
yam cock.
No, well,
Fucking
what it's
huge
supposed to look
elephant
like.
trunk.
It's supposed to look like when it's a boner. It's a beautiful fucking.
So all erections look identical,
Sorry,
right?
you're watching. You have
Natural
dry.
lubrication, baby.
Yeah, natural lubrication.
You
have a
say that, but I know for a fact you use lube.
No,
do
Zach,
not.
Zach, in your jeans, when you get a boner, it fucking rubs off, so you have a big, dry, gross
You've got
fucking
a big leathery
few
powder
jean
foot
hairs
dog.
like on your fucking boner. But when you have foreskin, it's all lubed up, nice, shiny little boner. Mm-hmm. Big boner.
Nice shiny little, nice pretty cock.
Big boner. Anyway, shadow people.
You look angry, Zach.
I'm just baffled. You guys really believe this too. I know you
Wait,
believe.
so you believe that getting muted?
I think you guys really believe you're superior because you have foreskin.
I don't believe I'm superior.
You do. Come on, a little bit.
Okay,
you do.
I don't believe I'm
You do.
Look,
You do.
Zach, just because you're shouting over me
Zach,
doesn't
you
make it
believe
true.
you're superior.
Just okay.
I don't give a fuck. You guys are so fucking for your
Let me
foreskin.
we're
I
foreskin.
think
We're foreskins. But
Oh
Zach,
yeah, for the record, Niall and Chris are uncut, and me and Zach are cut.
yeah. So, but
Like
listen,
every other person in America.
in America, nowhere else. What the fuck?
It's like if a buff guy walked up to you and was like, well, I have abs. It's like, and yeah, there's.
Dude, listen.
It'd be no difference. Like, yeah, I could crush a coconut out of my bicep.
No,
it's no different.
Any different because you're cut? Are you any different
I
because
don't
you're
think
cut?
you're any differently than your freaks, okay?
Yeah, but
Chris, you really believe your sex
Let
is
me tell you
50%
something.
better.
The only reason you self-lubricate is because your pre-cum is rolling around inside your
dude, I got so much
foreskin.
pre-cum.
No,
I
you
get
don't
pre-cum when I
understand.
fucking think of it. It's
You don't
weird.
understand that. No, even without like lube.
I've
foreskin still has
literally never
lubrication
used lube
because
before.
If you put your foreskin up against the pussy, right, it has room to come back, so your dick
Yeah,
goes in.
and slides in. It's beautiful.
That doesn't make any sense.
It
That
does.
is completely reliant
No.
on the female in question.
No, listen,
No, it's
because
not.
the foreskin acts as the
Look,
lube
Stepper,
because
right,
it
look.
pulls
Stepper,
back-
they really think because they have
this
little
is
X,
my
like a
foreskin,
quarter of
right?
the
This
skin,
is
they have
my-
a million
this is my
percent
pee-pee,
better
okay?
sex.
No.
Your head is the
don't.
vagina, right? Look, the foreskin is stopped, but now the pee-pee comes out. It's because it's natural lubrication.
Yeah.
See,
That has nothing to do with lubrication.
I
It
heard-
is. That's your dick coming out of skin.
Stepper, have you ever used lube?
Don't put your fingers in my eye.
The only way that you guys can get the same sensation as us is if the girl queefs on your dick while it's inside, because that's when the air pushes out. That's the same as the like skin. It's not water based.
Your dick doesn't. Your foreskin doesn't secrete water-based.
I'm not saying it does.
it is lubrication because it helps it slide
It
in.
helps it slide in, then it comes.
No,
back out.
it doesn't.
Okay. Just imagine, picture this really, really as vividly as possible. Okay?
I'm trying
Listen,
to, Niall.
So
I just did it for him. He fucking ignored
I
it.
think of
I
my.
didn't ignore it. It's nonsense.
Think of my brilliant fucking uncut dick, right? Going into a pussy, right? And when it goes in, right, the pussy pulls back the skin. And then when it comes back out, the skin.
So what? It doesn't matter.
it makes the sex
Are you
feel better.
telling me your foreskin is the length of your entire cock?
No, but it's like that. It's about that long when it comes back. It'll
Yeah.
come back a long way.
Zach, if you aren't cut, you would agree with us because when you are like, there's no reason to get you to.
Your argument is that I can't really because I'm not. I
First
have
of
a
all, it
foreskin.
wasn't a choice, all right?
No, okay. First of all, it's not a choice. But second of all, I don't understand. You're like, why? What is the point in getting the top of your dick cut
I'm
off?
not defending being cutting babies' cocks off.
Yes, but it does act as a lubrication because
does.
he's
What
not,
are you talking about lubrication?
He's not talking
You're
about.
thinking of it as water, but
Yeah,
it's
he's not talking
right?
about liquid
I already
lubrication. He's
did
talking
this.
about a sliding mechanism.
Look, if that's the foreskin, that's my cupped hand. That's
You know what my
dick
sliding
inside.
mechanism is? Is my dick.
dick.
I push it in.
If this gets,
You don't
if
need
the
to do
foreskin
that.
gets put here and it can't go any further, the dick can still go further because it's attached to the foreskin like that.
Do you know
So
have you
what?
had sex
Yes.
before?
So you're saying
You have
that,
had sex before, Niall?
I've had sex with many.
So you're saying
many
the
times,
foreskin
like
stays out of the
several-
pussy,
several
right?
Dozen, or several
the
couple
foreskin
times.
stays out of the vagina.
No, I'm saying that it
You're
helps
saying
go in.
you're saying it bunches up outside the vagina, the dick goes in.
Yes.
What sensation do you have? It's pushed against the fucking thing.
All I'm saying is
it's
it
not
helps.
going in.
It helps.
You're scrunching up. I can do this right
That's
now.
the point of it.
So let me get this straight. I can pull my foreskin over my dick, and that's what you feel when you have sex.
You
It's
don't
no
have.
different.
You don't have
What are you
foreskin.
talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Your
Okay.
dick would still go in without the force.
I'm going
No,
to
we
settle
know
this
that.
argument right now.
Stivers.
Shh. Zach, when you jack off, do you use lube?
No, I never use.
So you get your dry hand and you fucking put on your dry fucking.
Have you ever seen an uncut dick before? I mean, a cut dick before?
Well, like most
A cut
porn,
dick, a cut
most
dick.
porn is American. I watch porn.
Kyle, look at my dick. You continue.
But anyway,
Wipe first.
porno.
Anyways,
my dick.
Yeah.
Chris, one thing I have to talk to you about is you wipe your dick after you piss. I
Yeah,
don't do that.
I do.
I squeeze it a little bit. Why do you wipe it? I'm just wondering because there are wipers.
I squeeze, I wipe, then I shake.
nice
good.
foreskin, dumbass.
Yeah, I'm not that
It has
careful.
nothing to do with my foreskin.
Excuse me?
What are you talking about?
He said whenever he pees, he comes like a fucking
I
shower
pull my
head.
foreskin back when I
Yeah,
pee.
no, when I pee and I don't pull my foreskin back,
Guess what I do? No hands! No hands!
does it not come out like
no
a garden hose like a
hands!
fucking like snake?
No!
Look,
It sags down to my toes and I pee!
but listen.
On his toes.
Yeah, why would you pee on your toes?
I let my big dick flop out and I said no hands! Like it's a roller
Semi-related.
coaster.
At the
See,
beach,
it has
you
its
can-
benefits for being cut, but it also has its benefits for not being cut.
Yeah.
Talk to any European, they're so proud that their dick is not
You were the guy who used to call me a freak for being cut. You brought all this on yourself, Zach.
You're not cut.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not cut. Uncut.
Look, uncut.
I'm South Park, bigger, longer, uncut.
Look, I don't
dick joke, brother.
I don't think you're, I don't
Let me
think you're,
know, it's pretty edgy.
I don't think you're inferior for not being cut, but I think that uncut dicks are superior than
If
cut
I
dicks.
cut your foreskin off right now and you had sex, you'd be like, wow, that's like 2% different.
Yeah, 2%. 2%.
2%.
And guess what? Guess what Stamper and I do when I pee? We pull our dicks out and we pee.
Yeah.
I don't have to like open, I don't have to open locks and do algorithms to make
No,
it
it's
go
not
pee.
an algorithm. I pull my dick back.
You have to do a fucking Rubik's Cube.
No, but it feels
You're
good when you pull your foreskin
exaggerating.
back, because I pull my foreskin back and go, and then I pee. You don't have
You have
that.
to pull it back, you have to lock it in place, you have to like put a bike
Yeah,
lock
when you
on
really have
it.
to pee, you have to go and scramble with your dick and be like, oh God, pull the foreskin back on.
Well, you don't have to, but if you don't, then it comes out like a fucking. When I was 5, I saw like an elephant pee, and it came out like a waterfall. It comes out like that if you don't pull it back.
We've been talking about foreskins for 15 minutes.
Well, foreskins is a topic of concern, like, because I think people in the comments are going to debate about the foreskins, but like we're the minority because we're not
I
American.
think everybody goes to the opposite side because it's funnier. I think it's funny to watch you guys go about foreskins.
Hey,
I think
You're
it's
not
like
missing
too.
out. Look, you're not missing out, but we just don't need to use lube before butt sex. Basically.
I've never
yes,
used lube.
you do.
No,
That
we don't.
argument goes out the window. I've never used lube.
I go in dry, baby.
If you
You know
make
why you don't have to use lube before butt sex?
What?
Because your dickhead is all wrapped up inside your gross, sweltering,
Fucking
nasty...
Stamper, sweltering is not a word. And second of all,
Sweltering is a word.
look, second of
Smeltering.
all, when you put your dick in an ass, the foreskin acts as the lube, so it goes, and then it goes in.
That's because your dickhead's all sweaty and gross and infected on the inside.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, nice schmegma by the way.
So it's
nice fucking rotting blue cheese. You put that on a salad.
Lord of the Rings scour.
You gonna put it on a
dick.
salad? You gonna put that blue cheese on a salad?
oh, what are you gonna? Yeah, look,
Yeah, that's their lube. Is
you're
Fucking
saying
blue cheese schmegma?
you're acting like you're meant to be cut, but you're
I
not
never
meant.
said that.
Dude, 99% of humans
I
who
never
ever
said
live.
that at all.
Yeah, you did. You said no. Snapper said like, oh, it's disease, but it's not disease because it's not.
It's a diseased little cock.
It's not.
The appendix also is natural. It's fucking broken.
Yeah, but like, why cut off stuff that's not like? I don't need my pinky finger, but I'm not gonna cut it off.
You still use this to grasp.
Yeah, you don't. You do not need your pinky finger to grasp.
grasp it.
No,
Watch,
you do not. You
watch.
just need your opposable thumb. That's it.
That's really important to
realistically, you
watch.
only need your index and your thumb. To
Yeah, that's all you need. It's a little
If
fucking.
you were hanging off a cliff, I think you would say differently.
Yeah. So anyway, foreskin. There's no point in cutting it off. If you do, fine, fair enough. But like,
I'm team who gives a shit.
yeah, well, me too. But I'm just saying that you
All I'm
cannot
saying
say.
is- all I'm
You
saying
cannot
is-
say that it's like fucking your dick needs
It's
a pinky
superior.
around it.
It's superior is all he's saying.
What am I gonna do? Stitch something?
Get some ham and wrap it around.
Yeah, get an onion ring and just staple it
An
on,
onion ring.
and then you're good.
Foreskin's cool. You can keep little pennies inside.
Look, whether you're cut or
I can do
uncut,
that
it's
too. I can
fine.
push a penny in
You
my
can stuff it with
dick.
peanuts.
I did it yesterday. I took a quarter of a penny, put it in my dick.
Chap's eye.
No, I pushed it over, rolled the foreskin over. I can still do that. I still have
But did you
foreskin.
hear about the Japanese pipe cleaner? Did you hear about that?
No.
The Japanese, they're doing this thing now where they get little tiny pipe cleaners, shove it with their Jap size, and every week they get
Chris, by the way, Japs
Wait, the Japanese shove it in their Jap size.
Listen, they get a new pipe cleaner every week. A new pipe cleaner that's a little bit thicker, and they shove it up their Jap side until they have a dick hole that's like a big gaping 3-inch circumference dick hole. Then
So they could pee in like 2 seconds.
no, so the other guy can fuck the dick hole with it.
Oh God, man! What the fuck?
It's like
I don't like that.
Isn't that called docking? Or that's when you put the foreskins over each other.
That looks sick.
Docking. It's like a
makes me
space
fucking-
docking. It's like the space station.
Yeah, it's like.
So those guys get the credit for popularizing it, but I've seen people fuck each other's dick holes since 1996. So they're not.
You're the dick hole hipster then.
Did you work on a gay porn website?
What's that?
Did you work on a gay porn website?
Yeah, I worked on plenty of them.
So you've seen like fucking all kinds of like weird shit.
Well, I wouldn't say weird.
It's not weird in that community, but like for
Yeah.
so like you've seen docking.
What's the point of dick hole fucking, by the way?
Yeah, what?
So you can fuck a dick hole and get real horny.
There's one of those meat spins where they had like a banana and they shoved it in their fourth. Did you see that?
Don't. Oh God, dude, stop. All right, that's
Oh,
really
poor
wrong.
baby, can't handle it.
It makes me feel sick.
Poor baby.
Go eat your foreskin jar. Schmegma.
It's so he can come in your dick hole and then you come in his dick hole.
What? Did they do that?
And you just refill each other's balls and then you go home.
That's making me sick.
You just swap the thumbs.
I'm with you there, Zach.
Those guys can't handle shit.
That makes me
That's the last thing Caesar said before Stamper.
No, it's by a long shot.
What if I said I walked over to you and put ass mustard in your face and spread out your sandwich and closed the sandwich back up and you ate it? I watched you eat it.
You Stamper, what was it?
Zach talks about this ass mustard that like when you wipe your ass, like a yellow tint is left. But he talks about it way too much as if like he has severe anal leakage issues.
Well, it's not that bad.
Yeah, you have a problem with your asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone has ass mustard.
No?
But anyway, when you wank, do you sit down and wank like that? I fuck my hand. I lie down flat down.
He keeps saying, guys, I haven't jerked off in a month. We keep going, why? Because I go in the bathroom.
Yeah, they go in the bathroom, but if you go in the bathroom, you have to sit on the toilet and go like that. But I can't wank
Yes,
like that.
well,
I lie down. I lie down like that and start fucking my hand, and it's so much better.
Niall, have you ever done this?
Probably when I was like 12, but then I realized the superior way of lying down on your and fucking your hand.
That's weird.
I think you are completely alone.
Well, listen, I'm alone in the like.
We
It's
need a
better
fleshlight.
because when you go to
This podcast brought to you by Fleshlight.
Yeah,
Fleshlight.
that we're gonna hook that
Fuck
up.
it.
When
Fuck it.
fuck it, yeah, that's a good. When I wank, I lie down on my like front and just fuck my hand, like simulate a. You don't even need a flashlight.
Where do you come?
Just whatever, like tissue.
On. He comes on.
Come wherever, just go and let it come over.
What I never understood is the people that use napkins. Like, what the hell is that?
People who use socks, I don't get that because
Chris?
I tried to do a sock before, but when you use a sock, it's like does the fibers not fucking irritate your dick head?
You're supposed to whip a
You just
sock on
cut
your
into
wiener, like, right at the end.
Yeah, but right at the end you go, I'm gonna come. Where's the sock? And then you go find a sock.
It's right here in your
And you don't
belly.
need to come anymore.
It's in your belly. You lay back and there you
Well,
go.
I never knew that method.
Well, now you do.
Well, now I do.
Alright, so that was Sleepy Cast episode.
Whatever.
That was Sleepycast episode.
5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for tuning in to Sleepycast. I'm Zach, and here with me is Niall, Chris, and Stamper.
Wait, stop. I didn't finish my thought. When I jerk off, I like to jerk off on a towel. I lay it out on the bed, because it goes everywhere.
That's a good idea.
Here,
Lay a
But is that a towel that everyone uses though?
No, it's my jerk towel.
Okay.
But I don't understand when people jerk off on a little 6x6-inch napkin. And they're
Yeah,
like,
napkins. You need to have like really good aiming, like the fucking Hunger Games of like. Yeah, I jizz in my underpants sometimes, but actually a lot of the time.
Okay, everyone shut up. Alright, Stamper, say something like, I just love to come, and then say, speaking of coming, we're gonna go. Do you want to do that? To be like, I love to come.
I'm going to leave that whole part in the podcast. Even this, what I'm saying.
Really?
I'm going to leave it in.
I think it'd be a good close segue. Now I sound stupid.
Okay. And speaking of coming, we're going to go.
Good one.
There's a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest, tucked away neatly within a blanket of twilight, lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys who's a bunch of bullshit.
Welcome to the Sleepy Cabin Podcast, aka Sleepycast. I am Corey Spaz Kid.
I'm Niall.
Zach? Pebbles.
Stamper.
TV. And we will be your hosts for today's evening.
Sweet. Best opening ever. Yeah.
You did it, Corey.
All right, and today is tonight we have a very special episode planned where we're going to answer fan questions. Well, for part of it, and then we're going to talk about
Bullshit.
All right, so
we jump right into this thing, Zach? Do you think?
Let's jump right in.
Let's jump right
Buck
in.
naked. Not butt naked, because everyone says butt naked. Buck naked.
Is it
It's
butt
not
naked?
butt naked. It's butt naked.
Do you know
Everyone says butt naked, but it's buck naked.
But
it makes more sense. Butt naked
have you
makes
ever
sense.
heard of general butt naked?
No. First of all, it's butt naked. It's not even naked. It's butt naked.
When I heard the term
butt naked. Say it.
When I heard the
Butt
term
naked.
buck naked, I always thought like a deer. Like I always thought that's.
I know
that's what
people
they were
say in the
referring to.
buck, right?
Yeah, like
What does buck mean?
naked.
Why do they say buck naked?
It's like an opening area where the meadow is and stuff.
But butt naked makes sense, logically.
Yeah, because you're
butt
seeing
naked.
somebody's butt.
Yeah, that's as naked as you can get for the most
So
part.
what is it? Butt
Yeah, if you're like
naked?
super
butt
naked,
naked.
if you're super naked, you're gonna see somebody's butt. It's butt naked. I'm telling you, it's butt naked.
I do prefer butt naked.
What the fuck is naked?
It's a black. It's the black word.
Is it butt naked?
It has nothing to do with black. It's the way you say it. Butt naked.
Is it buck naked?
What sounds better? There was a girl in my house. She was running around butt naked. There was a girl in my house. She was running around buck naked.
What about like naked as fuck? Like she was naked as fuck.
It sounds
How
creepy.
naked? That's distinguished. Like fucking, you fuck when you're naked.
Dude,
If you sound horny when you say that she was naked as
Dude,
fuck.
if you said there was a
She
girl running
naked as
around the
fuck,
house
man.
saying she was naked as fuck, I'd be like, well, how naked? But if you were like
Like
if you were like
fuck
butt naked, I'd be like, oh my god, really? Tell me
She was
more.
butt naked.
Butt naked?
Butt naked?
Bitch was butt naked.
If you said she was naked as fuck, you mean?
You got it,
Oh, that's
dude.
good. I like that.
In Ireland, we say in the nip.
In the nip?
In the nip.
Really?
Yeah, he was in the nip.
That actually would work because like your nipples.
I see like a proper guy when he's like, she was buck naked. You're like, okay.
My daughter was buck naked.
Oh, it's because when deers come out, they're like hairless moles because they fucking come out.
Because they're not wearing hoodies and jeans?
Yeah.
They're always naked.
Yeah, no, when they come out, they're like just like gross
I don't
flesh.
think it has anything to do with deer, bucks.
It's like bucks.
Buck naked sounds like professional. Like, in today's news, at 7 a.m., there was a woman buck naked on the side of the road.
What could something called buck could be naked?
And then he interviews a guy, and he's like, yeah, that bitch was butt naked.
Did you ever hear of General Butt Naked? General Butt Naked? Did you send?
Oh, yeah.
I actually have heard
That's
of that.
butt naked though, right?
It's butt naked.
That's buck naked.
No, General Butt Naked.
You mean like
naked.
the warlord?
African warlord who killed kids or some shit.
I love his name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like his whole crew has like these crazy rap names.
Do you know why he did that?
Why?
Because he used to just run out butt naked and slaughter people, and now he's like, he doesn't.
He's butt naked.
Yeah, but
It's like a butt.
oh,
naked.
sorry, Zach. In the nip, and he'd like that. And now he's like religious, and everyone forgave him for some reason.
Everyone forgave butt naked.
He ran around killing kids and women and hacking people's heads off.
Yeah, while he was in the
And he
nip.
was like, guys, I'm pretty sorry. That was pretty fucked up. They're like, dude, it's fine.
Your name was
You were
Butt
naked. I
Naked.
was naked. You killed
That
me.
needed more news. His name was like he was seriously called General Butt Naked.
Yeah.
Butt Nick.
I remember that. I actually do remember that.
Butt naked.
BUTTNYEKKID.
I thought it was N-E-K-E.
But what was the question?
Naked.
What was the question?
No, I said let's jump in this buck naked.
Oh,
Started
okay, so we didn't even get to the
Oh, yeah.
We killed half the
We
podcast.
didn't even start the fucking podcast. We said 2 words and then that started a whole tangent. That's good.
Okay, Stamper, you want to start off?
All right.
So should we
Say
say what we're
who
doing?
said it and what where from. Just start from the top.
Should we say what we're doing?
All right. So Ben Zipkurki says, "What's one thing you love most about your job?" Pass. I'm not gonna do that one. Unless you guys want to do it.
Corey, let's do it. What's the most satisfying part of a cartoon for you? The cartoon
Fucking
process.
getting it done? I
Yeah,
feel like
finishing a project. I was just gonna
wasting
say-
your life doing that. Like, that's done. Now I gotta waste
The
my
massive
other
amounts
life.
of anxiety, and like it's endorphins, anxiety, whenever I release something, it's like, oh god, what did I
That's
take?
true.
I refresh the fucking YouTube
That's
page
true.
for 2 days.
Even like back then when I made like stupid troll shit, I'm like, oh man, are people gonna like this
Yeah.
fucking 1 second loop?
Yeah.
Well, that's no
What about you? Releasing it?
Yeah, just getting that shit done and over with.
Do you do that
I
too?
think that's
You
pretty
release
much for
something,
everybody.
Kind of refresh the page over and over for like a day straight, just kind of look at the comments and then you forget
To
about
make sure that you did everything.
Yeah, I actually go through this weird thing. Like when I release something, I don't follow up on it for days. I forget that I did it. It's not that I forgot that I did it.
You just want the big bulk to come out so you can just come back and delve into it.
I just feel like it's like passing a kidney stone or like doing something like really serious that just like took a lot out of you and like you don't even want to sit. For the most part, I don't read my reviews either. I mean, I'll like graze through them every now and again. I'll graze through like the first couple of pages just because
That's what I do.
the general audience is really on point when it comes to like following, like they'll see things. So like I really check through it to see if there was like an audio error or like a visual error.
That is exactly what I do. When I release something, I'm like just looking for, was there like some out of sync or was there like some audio
because
issues?
you give the general audience like 30 seconds, they're fucking kings at doing that shit. They'll be like, why does it look like?
Yeah, and then you're
fuck,
like,
I totally overlooked that.
And then you gotta put a giant annotation that takes
And
up
also,
like
like,
90%
yeah,
of the video.
I'd rather
the
just
first,
pull it down and put it back up.
the first like 2 or 3 pages of stuff is generally what it's gonna be. But they're all, this part was stupid, this part didn't look good.
they're gonna
This part, you're gonna get the same stuff.
In before
Better Love Story.
somebody.
Yeah, Better Love Story of Twilight, you're gonna get the same kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, proceeding.
All right, I don't have any questions, but slap Stamper. All right, Zach.
Yeah, that actually hurt.
Stamper, I can't slap
Use the front of your hand.
That's not you. It was on see next to you, I can't like slap.
Don't use the back of your hand. Use the. What are you?
Angry father.
You have to use socks up. You have to use the palm of your hand. The back of your hand has knuckles. This is why the backhand slap is funnier.
You burnt the meatloaf, bitch!
What? I couldn't slap you.
I'll slap
I can't
you
slap
too.
Stamper.
I didn't want to. The guy asked me to.
Actually, you didn't even question it. You just did it, Zach.
You leaned forward. You leaned into it.
You gave me an acknowledgement. You were like, all right.
Oh, Corey, this would be good for you to answer.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so this is a good one. Joan is Joan Awesome. Wow, that guy fucking loves himself. what an asshole.
Yeah.
He says, "What is the most annoying part of anatomy to animate?" Corey, you start.
Oh, the most annoying part?
Of anatomy, like what's the hardest stuff to draw and animate? So like whenever you do it in 3D, like how the fuck does this work?
That's hard. That's hard to say because titties are annoying, but they're more satisfying.
Titties are manageable. I
'Cause
I get the formation of titties and how they sag over the body, but the things I have the most trouble with is like arms, like really muscular arms and how they like bend and stuff. Like when someone does this, the muscles and shit, like there.
Is it because you're trying to like make sure the?
I'm trying to
muscle
get all the
anatomy is-
accurate, at least accurate enough to get the biceps and triceps and shit, but it's so confusing with like connecting to the fucking
Because
elbow.
not only do you
There's a
have
ton of muscles too.
not only do you have muscles, you have tendons,
Also-
you have bones too.
Also, the pelvis area and stuff is really confusing with how it bends to the penis area.
And you said, did you have a lot of problems doing that?
I do that a lot because I draw a lot of gay porn, so it's like it's hard to remember the pelvis region.
When you did the Street Fighter music video and you had to draw a bunch of like muscular characters.
Sucking each other off, yeah. I didn't know what to fucking. I was just drawing like did you see my anatomy? They had like 12 packs and their fucking dicks were connected to their belly button.
So what
I know what I
they had
was
6 fingers in one.
You actually said something along the lines of when you started that, you started drawing them in a certain way, and the project took so long that by the end of it, you were drawing the characters with better anatomy.
It's true. That's actually true. This is the same thing with the music video with fucking. If you look at the start all the way to the end, that was me learning from like 6 months. I learned more about anatomy as I went. I learned more about the muscle structure.
What's the video called again? So if people need to
Star Bob Street
Ryu
Type in
versus
Star Bob Street Fighter.
I think it's Ryu versus.
Yeah,
Ken.
this should work.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's really weird how fast I pick up on stuff when I animate, and then I almost want to like ditch everything. Start over.
What about you, Niall?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, first thing about anatomy that I know is literally nothing. I'm not good. I'm just kind of shit.
Oh wait, yeah. Why are you here?
I'm still learning.
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm only a beginner.
Matt, what do you know?
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna agree with Corey and be a fucking melvin and say arms. I still
Arms are confusing, and also backs. Back muscles confuse the fuck out of me.
Yeah. So yeah, I think arms are the worst. Yeah.
Butt naked.
Let me ask you, son.
All right, Zach. What is the next question and who is it from?
Tolorn on Twitter asks, what was the first animation you were proud of making? The first thing you watched, you were like, wow, maybe I can do this. Maybe, all right. It's not amazing, but you know what? I'm happy with it. I'm proud of it.
I'm on the fence with that one because I don't think you should ever be proud of your work.
That's what I was about to
Satisfied
say.
is a better
That's something.
Not proud, baby. Satisfied is a better word.
When you finish something, you should be happy with it, and you should be thinking about the next thing you're gonna make.
Yes.
You should never sit there and kiss your own ass.
What was the first time you thought though, like, wow, I'm satisfied with what I did for once?
I'm an extremely pessimistic person. I look at everything I make as an improvement.
Yeah,
But I
every
don't
time
look
you
at
make
it,
something,
I'm
you're
not
better at
satisfied
it.
with it. I see the flaws because, like I told you, I fucking improve like drastically each month I work on it because I learn something new, and I'm just like, that looks like shit. I could have done this so much better.
I'm satisfied for like technical reasons. Like I'm glad the audio came together. I'm glad Flash didn't crash 90 million fucking times.
Yeah. Actually, the cartoon I'm working on right now is the first one that I'm like, oh man.
It is a good like situation where you're content with how you're currently in. But for me, it's always a state of improvement.
I'm satisfied that it fucking exported.
Yeah.
That's not the answer he was looking for. but
Yeah, you know what? I was satisfied.
Real life, my friend.
I was
go
fucking
fuck himself.
I was fucking satisfied after 2 months of crashing every single day for a solid 2 months.
But you know, Flash was never meant for animation. It was meant for like
design websites and stuff.
interactive like design stuff. But you know, we found it easy to make, not easy, but it was kind of like a better PowerPoint, and you could have little characters walking around your website, and then people started making all these fucking cartoons.
I remember the first time I got
And
Flash.
games, never mind games.
First time I got Flash, after like a week of not figuring out what to do, I made my first tween. I did a car across the street, and I was like, oh, I freaked out. I was like, holy fuck, I'm an animator!
I did the same thing. I quit Flash like 3 times before I finally went back, and I was like, well, I guess I have nothing better to do. And then I went in and actually focused, and I was like, oh, now I get it.
You know those Flash cartoons?
I never used Flash.
Do you know those Flash cartoons where you clearly tell that the person erased it like 100 times to make the hands like move out, so like the fucking hands are all like breaking off and falling off and
Oh,
shit?
because I kept redrawing it.
That was my first like Flash. I made a
Oh,
stickman.
you mean you literally like you drew the first frame, erased the hair,
Yeah,
the next frame, and
each
drew over
frame.
it? I see what you're
I
saying.
fucking drew like a retarded stickman walking with an axe and killing a blue stickman with blood and shit, and I was like,
You know what I used to do? You know what I used to do?
Blam, son!
I started doing quote unquote animation when I was 11 or 12, and I actually used to do in Paint, in Movie Maker. I used to draw pictures in Paint and then put them together in Movie Maker. And I used to make like whole series. It'd be 10 minutes each per episode of these weird stories.
do you know what I used to do in fucking MS Paint? I would take the line tool, expand my size of my canvas, like 25,000 by like 10,000, and it would have like this long thing that you scroll down for 20 minutes, and I would just fucking draw lines and make like little comics that move, so like the character's running and like kicking and fighting. Like
I do that with
a
a
version where you scroll down and the characters move and shit.
I do that with like a notebook. You know, you just flip the pages and it like it
I
goes,
did like because when you scroll fast enough, your eyes can't keep up with it.
Because my dad did one. It was just a cheerleader doing jumping jacks or something, and then the first one I did was just a guy diving off a diving board, and he was like, "Whoa!" It was like, yeah. So it was just sweet. What sort of colleges do you guys go to?
Oh, fucking public college? Like the worst college you could go to?
Dude, that's
That's all. Oh, that's gonna take an hour at a time.
that's like shopping for groceries at Sam's Club. That's a fucking hour,
We're not
dude.
even on page 2 yet, Corey.
Fucking tell me some questions.
You want to talk about college? When fucking Garrett Latimer wants to know who has the hairiest ass?
Yeah.
I would imagine Stamper is the hairiest
Yeah,
ass.
that's like double you for her. Actually, Corey said
Corey.
I probably have a hairy
When
ass.
people ask hairiest ass, do they mean like your ass cheeks or like the crack?
all around. It's all one area.
I think it's just the conglomeration of hair, the volume of hair on the buttocks.
I shave my ass and my ass crack because I'm really into butt play.
Oh well, I don't. I actually am hairy everywhere but my ass.
Yeah, he's got like 2 beautiful orbs, like little snow globes. Pick them up and shake them.
My ass is like hairy. I probably have like twines of shit tucked in between.
Corey, that is disgusting.
That's not like a dog.
I don't want to answer this question anymore.
You say your ass hair nets up like a fisherman's net catching fish. And
Dude, when a turd slips out, it's like a Venus flytrap grabbing at the shit.
Corey, you're saying when you shit, it slices into the piece of potato. It cuts it out.
Like when you get out of the car, I see your ass crack, and it's you can see a reflection in that.
What's that?
You can see a reflection in your ass. It's
Like,
like
you have
hairless.
a prestiged ass, but let me tell you something. I got a hairy tush, so I win.
Hey, hair touch, Corey?
Because if I showed you my dang old chest,
Whoa!
I win
Austin
gold medal.
Powers, Corey.
Who's the chess king? Oh no, I think you are, Corey.
I don't have any chest.
did you see my titties like flail like 9 times?
Yeah, I have bigger titties than that.
Quit showing off.
Well, Corey, you have to
You
earn
guys
your
are
titties.
worthless. Look at this horrible body.
Wait. You guys can't see, but we're grabbing our bellies and watching them vibrate.
I don't understand. You were very, very skinny, and then when you do that, it's not. Well, I guess because you're kind of sitting down.
I told you, I have a goblin body.
Yeah, Staple have goblin bodyitis.
At least I'm not a fraud.
Yeah, for people that don't know the goblin body, it's like you have skinny legs and skinny arms, when you have a gross, disgusting pot belly and little titties.
There's two different bodies. There's goblin bodies and there's like football bodies. Corey's got a football body. When Corey puts on weight, he puts it over his shoulders and face and arms. Stanford and I have skinny fucking arms and these massive titties with veins.
There's only two types of bodies.
We walk around with little battle axes.
There's goblins and football bodies.
Me and Corey have the same kind of
There's
type.
chiseled abs and sticky old goblet bodies. Which one are you? I got a goblet. Maybe I'm like a half between goblet and chisel.
Look at you, Corey.
Well, maybe
What about me? I don't know what I am. Zach, don't comment on me.
You're a sexy man.
I'll say that even if you're self-conscious of your titties, so long as your titties aren't bigger than your girlfriend's titties, you're fine. Next question, go!
Frank C said, I feel bad for this guy because if you take the C out of his name, his last name says Seaman, so I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
I bet he's never heard that one though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I bet all of his friends from high school
Never
are
called
gonna
him
see that and
Frank
go,
Seaman.
Frank Seaman! And they're just gonna go out and call him that
Frank
next time.
C said has never heard Frank Seaman, a semen drinking
That's
faggot.
also like
Never
two.
heard that
That's
before.
two things. That's semen and sees men.
I think I did mention it before though, but I went through all of high school without anyone saying Niall the pedophile, or pedophile as you guys would say. I was walking on fucking eggshells every day of my life, and I managed to get out of there. Now I'm just like,
Frank Season says, question for all of you. If you could kill one person, who would it be and how?
Kill? Like all of us?
Yeah, kill Corey.
Does he mean kill like one of us?
Kill any person on Earth.
Oh, on Earth, okay.
They don't know the people we hate. That's a dumb question.
Frank Seaman, fuck you. You semen.
I'd kill Frank Seaman. What about you?
Yeah, we'd all kill you together,
Yeah,
Frank
we'll
Seaman.
kill
Do a
Frank
big
Seaman.
rock, we bash your head
We
in.
fucking tie you down and make those silly semen names you don't like to hear. Where we bash your head
Then
in.
kill you.
Joe,
That's actually not true.
Joe from Twitter says, why is Corey such a bitch?
Well, that's an intricate question.
Yeah, see that there's a lot of like levels to that. Fuck you!
You know what I saw for the first time yesterday?
What?
That the poem, There Once Was a Man from Nantucket. What is
You
it?
sat on
You
his,
saw that for the first time
you
yesterday?
sat on
the
his
whole thing.
fat ass and stuffed it.
No, how does it?
That's not how it goes.
How does the whole thing go again?
There once was a man from Nantucket who had a very big bucket. His girlfriend called Nan, went away with a van, and what happened to the bucket? Nan took it.
No, I thought it was The Once Was a Man from
I think I
Nantucket.
got derailed at the end.
What are you talking about? It's like there once was
Yeah, he had a long cock.
there once was a girl named Miss Muffet who sat on a toilet and ate her curds and
I'm talking about the
long had a
comic book.
spider and sat next to Cider and scared her the fuck away. That's the fucking nursery song.
You just blended shit. That doesn't make
There
any
was a
sense.
spider who landed in cider and took a big shit, and the guy spit out the cider and said, "There's a fucking spider in my cider," and threw it in the grass because who wants to make a fucking
The
spider?
spider landed inside her?
And then Goldilocks came in.
Zach,
And the three bears said, "Ah!"
How many monkeys are jumping on the fucking bed? God damn it.
Corey, read a good question that you think you have a lot of answers for.
this is partially similar to some. No,
Give me the damn thing.
no, I got it. Okay. RJ Dominguez at Pisky Man says, "Who is the biggest wiener?" The whole Sleepy cast.
No, well, I'd say, like,
Oh, did you answer that too?
I've got a.
No, that was his thing in parentheses. Like, okay, out of all the cast members, who is the biggest
I
wiener?
got a solid 6.5, but that doesn't count for the girth.
I would honestly say I think my dick is just like a modest size, like kind of like.
Look.
It's a nice dick.
It's not your dick. It's the same exact size and shape as a Coke can.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Zach.
Hey, Jesus Christ!
Think a better question.
Garrett Latimer on Twitter asks, most hated movie.
We already discussed.
We did this.
Did we? What's our most hated movie?
My one was epic movie.
No, you can't say hated because hated is very hated needs to be reserved for things you legitimately hold spite for.
Okay.
Strongly dislike.
Fucking A Million Ways to Die in the West. I despise that movie.
Also,
Utter
inappropriate
garbage.
comedy.
It's actually
Inappropriate
I felt
comedy.
insulted. See, that movie, it's just like, I feel like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, those guys were fucking, like, writing no-name crap.
Are you talking about inappropriate comedy?
Yeah.
That
But
movie,
this was,
it's on Netflix.
this was like Seth MacFarlane, a big budget guy who made fucking whatever, and then he like makes a movie and it's heinous. It's like, kidding me?
Yeah, and he puts himself as the protagonist, and he does not look like a leading man. He doesn't look like he's the actor who should be a
Not
leading
even
man.
a little bit. I don't like E.T.
I don't like E.T. either.
I never liked E.T.
It's just fucking creepy and scary and weird and like really like a kid. And yeah, when I'm a kid, I'm gonna relate to going up to an alien and being like, hey, you wanna be my friend?
A fucking scary hammer.
Try to give him fucking candy.
Yeah.
And then halfway through the movie, he's turning white and dying. And
He's a fucking like scary hammerhead alien shark that flips the kid off the whole time with his fucking glowy finger.
What does phone home mean? Does it actually mean you want to
Hammerhead shark.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking slimy hammerhead shark with a golem nose. That's what he fucking looks like.
this is cool. This is a fucking stupid, horrible, shitty
You
fucking
told me if
movie.
he
There, I
walked
said
in your
it.
room and was like, give me candy.
Give him fucking Reese's Pieces.
You know what I would do?
What?
I would take my fucking sheet and put it over him, shove him down the goddamn stairs like the animatronic.
You kill a fucking alien? Hold on. If you realize, if you saw a real alien, you fucking kill it, you push it in the stairs?
You go like, ah!
Dude, when you were a kid, you wanted to have cool friends, like little robots, and like you don't want to. No kid wants to befriend an alien. Are you kidding me?
If that alien came through my door when I was a kid, I would be fucking scared shitless.
Fucking brown singer alien hiding in kids' trash.
Why is his finger brown? That's the question.
Fucking Juno. Oh my god.
I don't want to be quirky bullshit. Okay, here's the thing. You either hate it or like it. Napoleon Dynamite. You either hate it or like it. I really like Napoleon Dynamite.
too. I like
But
that.
it's charming and quirky. I
can see, right. I understand why people could not like Napoleon.
very
It is,
dry.
and that's
It
cool.
is super dry.
Here's the thing, and that's totally fine. If you don't
It's
like
a
that,
gray line
I'm like,
movie.
all right, cool.
It's a gray line movie. Juno is a gray tilting off into the fucking Black Abyss movie.
And what happened? Did she?
Juno is fucking an hour and a half watching some fucking 13-year-old bitch talking about, oh, you're not down with this band from the fucking 70s? Everything is reference after reference after
Quirky
reference.
movies
after
like
reference.
500 Days of Summer, Juno, all that.
It's
like,
just one of those things where it's like you can never turn it down. Like it's so virally popular at one point.
You still get it because you like quirky.
Oh, yeah, like, God forbid you say you don't like Star Wars.
do you, any of you guys even play the ukulele? Because then you're not hipster enough to fucking understand that movie.
I am
play the
so
ukulele.
fucking sick.
Either way, the movie was shit. The end.
What was she also the actor in Super?
Yeah, she was in Super.
Super was a great movie.
Super was a
Okay.
phenomenal movie, but she fucking borderline ruined Super because
She did.
I was
way
glad
too
when
over
she.
the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Super, go watch Super because this is a great movie.
Go watch it right now.
It's definitely a breath of fresh air if you're looking for a movie that you haven't seen before.
It's kind of like, to me, when I saw Super, I also think Kevin Bacon is an amazing bad guy.
Oh yeah, he was great in that.
He has that like snarky look.
Yeah.
You know what movie everybody hated with Kevin Bacon, but I thought it was easily his best movie ever?
Which one?
Was Death Sentence.
Never saw it.
It's like a movie that really flew under the radar, but Death Sentence was a fucking great movie. It was by the same guy that made Saw, and it has like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, it's not a phenomenal movie, like the writing and stuff like that, but in terms of like a Kevin Bacon movie and like the plot and like it keeps you involved the whole time, it was a great movie.
But someone's asking, I'm currently making, Dr. Steen is currently making a Source Filmmaker Sleepycast animated video. If I finish it, will you watch it? Well,
Yes.
if you put it on the Sleepy Cabin subreddit, we will
Send it
definitely
to
watch
us
it.
on Twitter or put it on the
On the subreddit.
That's the thing. If you have anything to send to this, like for us, we're always looking
Oh
for
yeah,
like fan stuff.
So first of all, we watch every movie that anybody ever makes multiple times.
Yeah, we do, and we always laugh.
We'd also like to say that we really appreciate all like the support you guys have given the podcast. Like spread the word.
And some people might feel a little left out if they're not promoted on the website, but you know, if we put all of them up, then it would just be this constant flurry. Just
like if you make something, just put it on the subreddit or link it to us on Twitter. That's where I get most of the feed.
Twitter's good.
I'm usually on Twitter. I usually check and see what you guys said. So
Yeah, I'm looking for hot bitches with their
hot
pussies out.
bitches. If you got your pussy out, send it to us. I'll see Brad on Twitter wants to know, what are your guys' favorite songs of all time?
Well, Brad, were you the jock in high school?
What the fuck?
The favorite
I don't know. I
song.
just think Brad is a
These
jock.
questions.
You got him good against Brad,
These
man.
questions suck.
Man, these fucking
What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
Actually,
Strawberry.
no, s'mores, dude.
Strawberry. Shut your mouth, strawberry.
Have you tried s'mores? Have you tried s'mores?
Alright, those brownies?
Oh
those fucking
my
chocolate
God,
Pop-Tart brownies.
shut
Stick
your
in the freezer.
fucking lips.
You make
Yeah, you're one of those pussies that like the chocolate, the brown sugar cinnamon.
That's bullshit, Corey. Hold on. Corey, you said
fucking
We're having a goddamn point off right now. You can't fucking see, but hold on. Okay, the only reason I got brown sugar is because it's the cheapest, because we were poor.
Pop-Tarts were all the same price.
Whatever! The fucking brown sugar ones were made in like the back alleys. Everyone else was made in prestigious buildings. This is bullshit!
prestigious. So they had their own.
They don't have strawberry. When I went to the Pop-Tart, when I went to the fucking off-brand Pop-Tart store, oh, what's that? No strawberries,
Baby,
cinnamon?
they don't have good Pop-Tart factory, shitty Pop-Tart.
Pop-Up Factory!
Whenever
They take
you
a
go to-
piece of bread and throw shit into
whenever you
it!
go to-
Some dirty guy throws brown cinnamon into some stupid fucking Pop-Tart!
shit,
And you
shit,
shoot it in your goddamn gullet and shit it out!
No one gives a
And
fuck!
you steal your shit and put it back in the
Wait. Corey said he saves his Pop-Tarts for Thanksgiving. I want to see what.
No, I said shut your gourd, shave it off, and save it for Thanksgiving.
Corey, I have 2 words for you. Frosted strawberry. Best Pop-Tart.
Let me tell you something.
Strawberry. Get second place, blueberry.
Let me say something. Let me say something to the people.
The Wildberry was good too.
Let me just say something.
Leave your favorite Pop-Tarts in the comments below.
I liked all the Pop-Tarts, but the only ones I were able to get were the chocolate brownie ones that you put in the freezer and the cinnamon ones.
Well, that's all you had to say.
The s'mores ones.
You guys were screaming. I couldn't say it.
The strawberry ones were better though.
Stop instigating
But
the
they were
argument.
expensive. Anyway, I had to go to Walmart. My mom couldn't.